Testing. Oh, there we go. All right. Got it up here. Now, good afternoon. Welcome to Thompson Falls, Montana. It is the Bigfork Valkyries getting ready to take it on the Mission Lady Bulldogs here in volleyball action from Thompson Falls. Can you hear me?
Not very good.
Okay. Here's a little pregame. Pregame brought to you by Bigfork Athletics. Now the Valkyries 16-0 on the season and getting ready for to take on the Mission Lady Bulldogs, who were a 3-1 winner over Troy earlier today in the first match of the day. So talk about the Valkyries. It's a great season they've had.
Yeah, we have a real talented group of young ladies that have put in just a lot of work in the off season, what it amounts to, and it's coming together here during the season, and we're seeing it with their record and how they're performing in the conference and outside of our conference.
Yeah, they've only lost one set in Class B regular season. They lost 2 to Sioux Falls, but able to beat Sioux Falls in 5 in a great match at home. Probably one of their best tests of the whole year.
Yep.
They lost that one to Thompson Falls right here, but then came home and swept Thompson Falls 3-0 last Saturday on senior night, the final match of the season. So looking good. A few other players brought up to play to make the postseason team, and we'll talk about that here. So we got about 4 minutes or so to introductions here in Thompson Falls. 406-270-7384. You can text me out there, let me know you're listening and getting this broadcast out there. Had a little difficulty with the sound on the computer not turned on, but we're on now. Hey, let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. First of all, for the Mission Lady Bulldogs, it'll be their libero is number 24, a senior 5'3", Captain Cassidy Orr. The center is number 3, a 5'3" senior, Gabby Smith. Number 6, Elena Pion, defensive specialist, is a sophomore of 5'3". And Isabel Evans, middle blocker, a junior, wearing number 10 at 5'7". And Rowan Ellery, middle blocker, number 11, and she's a junior at 5'7". And 5'10" freshman, wearing number 12, Alicia Stuck. Make sure I got that right. Alicia Steele. So I got to. And then Emily Morgeau, opposite side, middle blocker, a junior, 5'7", number 14, her head coach Marissa Bach, Owen Pierre, and Janelle Matt. And then talking about the Valkyries starting lineup, it's the usual suspects for the Valkyries. The libero is Tessa Troyer at 5'4", a junior, middle blocker, senior, number 1, 5'10", Inga Turner. Piper Linson is the setter, and she's a 5'4" junior, number 4. Captain Ellie Jort, 5'9", senior, opposite side hitter, number 5. Ava Joe Davey, 5'8", sophomore outside hitter, wearing number 7. Captain, 5'8", senior outside hitter, number 8, Zoe Albert, and then rounding out 5'8", sophomore opposite side hitter, number 9, Piper Lee. So the Valkyries getting ready to go here in Thompson Falls. Anything else you got to say about this team and how proud you are of their efforts this year and how well they've been playing?
Yeah, I just could echo your comments. They've been fun to watch, and really proud of them and the efforts they've put in. It's their record and their abilities aren't just from showing up and being nice kids. I mean, they've put in a lot of time, a lot of work to get to this point, and so still got some games to play to get out of districts, and it's nothing's guaranteed. There's some great athletes and teams here, but I've got faith in them, and I know they'll come through.
Well, we're getting about ready for first serve here. The Valkyries are warming up on their serve. They're out there just getting ready for the match, and if they play their match, they're just like you said, a fun team to watch. Very, very well disciplined, just very well coached,
athletic,
and very athletic. And so just looking forward.
If history holds, we should be able to get through this without too much trouble. But again, I know everybody's working hard. We've got a target on our backs, but I'm confident our girls will step up.
Well, Matt, I'll let you go.
Yeah, pleasure.
I'll get underway. Thanks for joining me on the
Yeah, thank
you. A little bit late, but we got things figured out here, which I'm glad, so everybody can hear the broadcast out there. 406-270-7384. Let me know you're listening out there.
Thanks for the invite.
Back here, I'm doing PA here, so I got to do introductions for that. Then I'll be back with the start of the match here live from Thompson Falls, Montana. It's the District 7B tournament. It's the Bigfork Valkyries taking on the Mission Lady Bulldogs here in the third match of this tournament.
Have a great game, James.
Thanks, Matt.
Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thompson Falls High School, your host for the 7B District Volleyball Tournament. And this is match number 3, featuring the Mission Lady Bulldogs and the top-seeded Bigfork Valkyries. The Montana High School Association welcomes you to this postseason event. Stockman Bank, title sponsor of the Montana High School Association Stockman Bank Sportsmanship Program, reminds you that your admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of noteworthy skills developed by some of Montana's finest student athletes. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials or opponents is disrespectful, discourteous, and unacceptable. Stockman Bank and the Montana High School Association member schools invite you to help us keep the focus on the participants who have earned their place at this event. Enjoy today's competition. Let's get the starting lineups in alternating order. First, for the Mission Lady Bulldogs, at libero, a 5'3" captain, senior, number 24, Cassidy Orr. For the Valkyries, a 5'4" junior libero, number 88, Jesse Sawyer. For the Lady Bulldogs, the center at 5'3", senior number 3, Gabby Smith. For the Valkyries, the 5'10", senior middle blocker number 1, Inga Turner. For the Lady Bulldogs, a sophomore defensive specialist, Lena Young at 5'3". the 5'4" junior center, number 4, Lipson. A junior, middle blocker, at 5'7", number 10, Isabel Evans. For the Valkyries at 5'9", senior opposite side hitter, captain number 5, Ellie George. A 5'7" junior middle blocker for the Bulldogs, number 11, Rowan Ellery. A sophomore outside hitter for the Valkyries at 5'8", number 7, Ava Jo Davey. A freshman at 5'10", number 12, outside hitter, Alicia Steele. For the Valkyries, at 5'8", senior outside hitter, captain number 8, Zoe Albert. And finally for the Lady Bulldogs, a junior at 5'7", opposite side hitter, middle blocker, number 14, Emily Bourgeot. And for the Valkyries at 5'8", sophomore opposite side hitter, number 9, Piper Lee. The coaches for the Lady Bulldogs, Chris Lamotte, this is by Owen Pierre, and Janelle Mack. For the Valkyries, head coach Ariel Summit, this is by Josh Miller and Logan Swenson. Your officials for match number 3, up on the net, it is Scott Stowe. On the net, Billy Pete Baker. Your line judges, Kendall Baldwin and Lisa Duck.
All right, welcome back to Thompson Falls here. Yeah, we're ready to get underway. 46270-7384 here. As the Valkyries ready to take on the Lady Bulldogs of Mission here in Thompson Falls. And hopefully you can hear me good. 46270-7384. First serve is brought to you by the Flathead Lake Lodge. We're ready to go underway. Mission will serve the Lady Bulldogs. It's Lavelle Cassidy-Orr here in the first. Best of 5. Dug out by Troyer. Linson gonna set up Ava Jo David with the spike. Drops it down to the far side. And the Valkyries lead early 1-0 here on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Turner will come in for Piper Lee in the front row for the Valkyries here. Serve. Dug out. Evans will get it across. Tessa Troyer. Linson sets up. Spiked down by Inga Turner over the middle. Off to the right side is good. And the Valkyries up 2-0 early here in the first best of 5. And moving on to the semifinals, the winner of this one. A serve by Tessa Troyer, and she'll continue to serve for the Valkyries. Tessa serve, dug out by Libero. Cross, Evans blocked there by Turner. Off the hands of Mission and out of bounds. It's 4-0 now. Service, nice serve, dug out by Mission. Evans will get it across. Tessa Troyer, Linson will set up. Ava Jo Davey blocked off the hands of Troy, out of bounds, and point side out to Mission. Service dug out by Albert. Linson going to set up. And a nice spike there by Jort. Gets it across. And a spike straight down off the Linson set by check that, Inga Turner. And need to set this down a little bit. It's kind of spiking it, so there we go. Get the volume set just right. Probably better for you. Okay. Service. Inga Turner can't dig it out. Ava Doe Davy. It'll be side out. And point for to Mission. And they'll substitute here in Thompson Falls. And service will be number 5 for the Lady Bulldogs. Service. Dug out. Nice dig by Albert. Set up. Davy gets it. Linson. Ava Joe Davy across. Dug out by the Lady Bulldogs. Evans will put it back deep. Linson going to set up. Nice spike down. Good save by Mission. Gets it across. Is Gabby Smith. Linson. Spike by Turner. Dug out by Smith. Evans will get it across. Troyer. Linson. Davy spikes it right inside the end line and a 5-2 lead on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Check that, 6-2 now here in Thompson Falls. Service. Davy's service goes into the net and side out, point for the Lady Bulldogs. And number 10, Izzy Evans, will serve for Mission. Down by 3, 6-3. Service. Troyer digs it out. Linson back set. Turner spikes it down. Inga Turner hot early in this one. I think that's about her 3rd or 4th spike already, or kill, if you will. And speaking of that, she makes the kill. Now she serves for the Valkyries, up 7-3 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Turner serve, dug out. Gabby Smith setting up McMeldry, dug out by Turner. It'll be Jort. Piper Lee gets it across, dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith, outside set, blocked. There's Linson right there along with Lee, and I think Linson gets the block. And point as Turner will continue to serve for the Valkyries. Here up 8-3, 5-point lead here in the first. Turner, dug out by Couture. Gabby Evans gets it across and drops it as Turner lets it go near the line, and it drops inside. And a point side out to Mission. And number 14, Emily Morgeau, will come back in for the Lady Bulldogs as the Valkyries have doubled them up 8-4 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Here and serving, Gabby Smith. Smith set. Davy. Dug out by Linson. Albert, back corner. Dug out by Mission, sets it up. And number 9, that's Kara Thomas, hits it out of bounds. And side out to Bigfork. Up 9-4. Piper Linson, the setter, serving now for the Valkyries here in the first. Nice serve. Right down the middle. Dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith. Back set. Morgeau gets it across. Dug out by Jort. Linson going to put it back in the corner. Evans gets it. Gabby Smith across. Linson. Jort going to set up. Zoe Albert with a nice spike off the hands of number 5, Letty Humphrey for Mission. And point. Linson will serve 10-4. The Valkyries lead. Linson serve right down the middle. Evans dug out by Mission. Into the net by Morgeau. And point for Bigfork. And timeout taken by Mission here in Thompson Falls, Montana. As they lead 11-4 now here in the first. I'll be back with more of the first here from Thompson Falls, Montana. All right, back to Thompson Falls. Linson continues to serve for the Valkyries as they lead here 11-4 on the scoreboard. Linson serve, nice inside the line, dug out. Gabby Smith will set it up. Morgeau tried to spike it across and hits it into the net. So point for Bigfork, up 12-4 now. And Linson serving. 12-4 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And Linson serve right down the line, dug out by Gabby Smith, puts it across. Ava Jo Davy back, spiked by Jort, dug out by Mission. Gabby Smith going to set it up, spikes it, blocked. Yeah, four hits. What they're going to call on Mission. So 13-4 now here in the first. Linson serving. Nice serve down the line. Dug out. Gabby Smith, back set. Double hit. You can hear that one. Even with my headset on, I can hear a double hit there. And double hit called on Mission here. 14-4, 10-point lead for the Valkyries. Service, Linson, dug out by Smith. Across, Morgeau gets it across. Davy, Linson is going to set it up. Piper Lee spikes it off. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith, crossed by Mission. Dug out by Albert. Linson going to set up. Albert down the line is good with the spike. And 15-4, 11-point lead for the Valkyries. Linson continue to serve. Dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith. Double hit by Gabby Smith. And another point for Bigfork, 16-4. They played this year in Valkyries swept Mission 3-0 in both of those. Linson serve. Gabby Smith digs it out. McEldery. Set it. Spike it in the net is Thomas for Mission. They're up by 13 now, 17-4 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Service, Linson. Dug out. Evans. Gabby Smith. McEldery gets it across. Davy. Back set. Linson. Spiking. A nice soft spike there by Jort. Drops it in. And a point for Bigfork. 18-4 here in the first. Linson, nice serve. Strong serve. Evans. Smith. Morgeau just gets it across. Dug out. Linson hits it, but goes out of play. And side out to Mission. And substitution, number 12, Steele, will come back in for Humphrey. And serving, I believe, is number 9, Thomas, for Mission. Davy digs it out. Linson, back set. Albert, off the block, goes down. And 4 hits by Mission, so it'll be side-out point to Bigfork. Number 6, Pion, coming back in and comes in for Thomas. And Zoe Albert will serve for the Valkyries. Albert drops it. Gabby Smith, McEldery. And into the net. Steele hits it in the net for Mission. 20-5 here in the first. And Zoe Albert will serve for the Valkyries. Albert, nice strong serve. Dug out, going to go out of play. Morgeau saves it. Will they get it across? And a nice save. Linson, Davy. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith. Dug out by Bigfork. Across with Zoe Albert. Morgeau set it up. Dug out by Linson. Davy, back corner. Dug out by Mission. Gabby Smith. And Mission into the net. And point for Bigfork, 21-5. So Albert continues to serve. Nice serve, left side. Dug out. Evans dives for it. Can't quite get it off the Pion hit. And 22-5 here in the first. Albert serving. The senior, captain. An outside hitter. Deep serve. Dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith. McEldery will get it across from Mission. Tessa Troyer. Linson going to set up. Piper Lee with the left hand over the top of the block. Drops it on the side of Mission. And The Valkyries within 2 have taken the first. Zoe Albert serving. Nice deep serve. Dug out by number 12, Steele. McElderry gets across. Albert. Linson back set. Short off the block. Out of the Mission side. A game point here in game 1 at 24-5 at Albert to serve here for the Valkyries. Nice serve. Dug out. Gabby Smith. Set up. Dug out by Linson. Jort. Piper Lee down the middle. Evans. Gabby Smith gets it across. Zoe Albert. Linson going to set up. Davey on the spike. Dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith. McElderry. McElderry hits it into the net. And that's first game for Bigfork. And the Valkyries take the first one. 25-5 here. And we'll be back with game number 2 here in Thompson Falls, Montana. 7B District Volleyball Tournament. Well, welcome back to Thompson Falls. The Valkyries take the first one.
As well as recognizing student achievements in academics.
And get ready for game number 2 here in Thompson Falls. And Bigfork will be serving. Tessa Troyer to serve for the Valkyries here in game number 2. Take that first one, 25-5. And the same starting lineup again for Bigfork here in the second game. All you guys listen out there, thanks for tuning in to BFST Events Valkyrie Volleyball here on YouTube. Troyer to serve. Nice deep serve dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith, Morgeau blocking, and gets it in past Zoe Albert on the end line. It'll be a point for Mission here early in the second. And serving is the libero, Cassidy Orr, number 24 for the Lady Bulldogs. Service. Serves it in the net, so turnover and side out to Bigfork. And going back to serve, it'll be Ellie Jort for the Valkyries. Jort right down the middle. Morgeau, Gabby Smith, Morgeau, spike off the block of Turner and drops on Bigfork's side. It'll be side out to Mission. They lead 2-1 now here on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard here in game number 2. Best of 5. And Morgeau to serve. Morgeau into the net. And we'll tie it up at 2. Morgeau will go out. Number 8, Paisley Couture in for Mission here in the second. Ava Jo Davy to serve for the Valkyries. Davy, nice deep serve dug out. And getting it across is Couture. Piper Linson sets up, blocked by Turner, but she puts it back across. Spike on the back line by Zoe Albert on the set there by Linson, and Davy to continue to serve for the Valkyries. Valkyries up 3-2. Nice serve dug out by Orr. Gabby Smith puts it across. Turner. Linson. Davy from the back line spikes it off the hand of Couture, out of play. And 4-2, the Valkyries lead. And timeout, a quick timeout taken by the Lady Bulldogs. Here in Thompson Falls. Here in the second, the Valkyries lead 4-2 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. I'll be back more of the second game. Best of 5 from Thompson Falls, Montana. All right, we're back in Thompson Falls, and Davy continues to serve as the Valkyries lead 4-2 here on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Here in game number 2, the Valkyries took the first one. Davy served down the line, dug out. Gabby Smith gonna set it up, spiked way back out of bounds, past the end line on the spike by number 12, Steele. And Davy will continue to serve for the Valkyries. Jump serve, Davy gets it across. Dug out there by Thomas. Gabby Smith puts it across. Inga Turner on the spike. Cross court down the line on the right side. In good by Inga Turner. And Davy continues to serve for the Valkyries as they're up 6-2 now on the Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard here from Thompson Falls, Montana. Service misses the left side by Davy. And it'll be point and side out to Mission. 5, Humphrey comes back in. Number 9, Thomas comes back in for the Lady Bulldogs. And serving is number 5, Letty Humphrey. As they trail by 3. Deep serve. Troyer, Linson, Inga Turner spikes it down. Gabby Smith digs it out. And a double hit. They're going to call on number 9. Kara Thomas for Mission. And side out point to Bigfork, 7-3. As Piper Lee comes in and Inga Turner to serve for the Valkyries. Jump serve, down the middle, dug out. Or back across, dug out there by Piper Lee. Linson dumps it across is Zoe Albert. They call a double hit on Albert. Troyer will come back in, the libero, for number 1, Inga Turner. And number 1, Cora Matt back in. And serving is Izzy Evans for Mission. Service throws it up and hits it right to the bottom of the net. So side out point to Bigfork as they lead 8-4 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Piper Linson to serve for the Valkyries. Linson serve, gets it in. Evans, Smith, outside set. Matt puts it across. Linson going to set up. Zoe Albert. Call a double hit on Bigfork on Linson. And side out to Mission. Gabby Smith to serve as Margeau comes back in for the Lady Bulldogs. Smith, dug out by Albert. Linson put it across is Jort. Gabby Smith, Margeau. Cross into the net by number 9, Thomas. And point side out to Bigfork. And Zoe Albert to serve here, up 9-5 here in the second. Albert jump serve. Nice deep. Dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith. And it's let it drop. There in the middle between number 9, Thomas, and number 11, McElderry. And a point for Bigfork and Zoe Albert serving. Deep serve. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith, far side. Mojo gets it across. Tessa Troyer. Linson going to set it up and going to call a double hit on Linson. And side out to Thompson, or actually to the Mission Lady Bulldogs. Number 12, Steele, will come back in for Humphrey, and serving is number 9, Thomas. 10-6 here, the second. The Valkyries lead on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Deep serve, dug out. Piper Lee. Linson, back set from the back. Zoe Albert. Ava Joe Davey on the setup by Mission right at the net. Spikes that one down. And side out point, 11-6, Bigfork lead. Tessa Troyer to serve for the Valkyries here, up by 5. Troyer serve deep, dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith. Dug out. Nice job by Davey. Davey tries to get across, but right into the antenna as Jort tries to save it to no avail. 11-7, side out to Mission. And number 11, Rowan McElderry, will come back in and back out as the libero will come back in. Cassidy Orr to serve for Mission. Trailing by 4 here on the Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Deep serve, Zoe Albert. Linson, short, back, dug out by Orr. Gabby Smith across and dropping it. Out of bounds here on the attempt by Mission. So Jort will serve for the Valkyries. Service, dug out, setting. Linson, spike off the block, out of bounds. Spike or kill by Turner, and point for Bigfork, 13-7. Jort serving. Nice deep serve. Orr digs it out. Gabby Smith, Morgeau. Jort, Linson, Davey off the. Orr digs it out. Evans gets it across. Tessa Troyer. Linson can set up. Turner spikes it down. Yeah, that's probably like 6 or 7 kills already for Inga Turner on that short set. And Jort serving. Deep serve, dug out. Evans will get it across. Inga Turner, Linson will set up Davey. Davey on the spike. Blocked there at the net by Evans and Morgeau. And drops on Bigfork side. So side out to Mission. 14-8, the Valkyries lead on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Here in game number 2. Morgeau to serve for Mission. Deep serve, dug out by Davey. Linson. Davey gets it across and drops it right in front of Orr. And number 6, Pion. Morgeau to go out. Number 8, Couture back in. And serving for the Valkyries, it'll be number 7, Ava Joe Davey. Up by 7, 15-8. Davies deep serve, dug out by Orr. Gabby Smith at the net. Thought the Valkyries were going to kill that as Smith puts it across, drops on the Bigfork side. And a side out point for Mission. Back in the ballgame serving is number 5, Humphrey. Also coming back in is Thomas for Mission. And Humphrey to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Deep. Ava Joe Davey, Linson, Zoe Albert on the spike. Dug up by Albert. Gabby Smith puts it across. Linson digs it out. Linson dug out by Mission. Gabby Smith. Short. Linson, Zoe Albert with the kill down the line. Right in front of Humphrey, number 5. And side out to Bigfork. Piper Lee will come back in for the Valkyries. And serving is Inga Turner. Turner's serve into the net. It'll be side out to Mission. 16-10. Troyer will come back in. And number 11, McElderry will come back in for Mission. Evans to serve. Service deep. Linson, Zoe Albert drops it across the block, down the line. Side out for Bigfork. Linson to serve. Linson to serve. Nice deep serve. Dug out. Gabby Smith from the back row. Pion. Piper Lee. Spike set. Piper Lee right across. Nice set there by Linson. As Piper digs it out, passes it to Linson, and Linson sets up Piper Lee for the spike or the kill. 18-10 now on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Valkyries lead in game number 2. Linson serve, dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith, McElderry, back row. Davey, Linson punches it across. Gabby Smith, back row, dug out by Davey. Linson going to set it up. They're going to call a double hit on Linson for Bigfork. Side out to Mission. Gabby Smith to serve. Morgeau back in the lineup for the Lady Bulldogs. Served by Gabby Smith. Tessa Troyer not quite ready for that one from Gabby. And point for Mission. And a 6-point lead, 18-12 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard for the Valkyries. Smith to serve. Smith, nice. Dug out by Zoe Albert. Up by Linson. Albert pushes it back. Dug out McElderry. Morgeau across. Off the hand of Linson. Out of bounds and point for Mission. 18-13 now. Zoe Albert. Linson going to set up Albert. Albert cross court. Morgeau digs it out. Gabby Smith will get it across. Piper Lee. Linson back. Oh, into the net by Jort. And point for Mission. 18-14 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. And Smith continuing to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Deep serve. That's out. And Ava Jo Davey pulls her hands down at the last second and let it out of bounds and side out to Bigfork. And Zoe Albert will serve up by 5, 19-14 here in the second. Albert, nice serve off of Gabby Smith's hands, out of play, and point for Bigfork. Albert will continue to serve, the senior captain for the Valkyries. Nice deep serve. Evans digs it out. Smith. Pion gets it across. Barely dug out by Linson. Jort. Spike back row. Dug out by Pion. Gabby Smith. McElderry. McElderry into the net. And 4 hits, so point for Bigfork. 21-14 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Smith, spiked by Piper Lee. Tessa Troyer, Jort puts it across. Off the hands of McElderry, drops on Mission's side. Up by 8, 22-14 here in the second. The Valkyries won the first 25-5. And Zoe Albert continues to serve for the Valkyries. Deep serve. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith. Check that. Across by Thomas. Back set. Nice spike by the set of Linson by Jort. And Gabby Smith puts it out of play. Up by 9 now, 23-14. And Albert serving for the Valkyries. Deep serve. Gabby Smith, Morgeau. They're going to call a double hit on that. It's game point in game number 2 as the Valkyries look to go up 2-0 on the Mission Lady Bulldogs. Albert's deep serve. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith. Troyer. Linson. Davey. Off the spike. Evans. Gabby Smith. Spiked across. Off the block of Bigfork of Jort. And out of play. So it'll be side out to Mission. And number 9. Thomas to serve it.
Number 12, steal back in for the Lady Bulldogs as they trail 24-15 on the Montana Athletics scoreboard. Deep. Serve is out. And 25-15. Michigan gets a little bit closer here in the second. But they win the first two, 25-5 and 25-15. We'll be back with the third here from Thompson Falls, Montana, as the Valkyries lead 2-0. Well, welcome back to Thompson Falls as the Valkyries take the first two. And we're here in the third. And Orr to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Serves it deep. Zoe Albert digs it out. Linson will set up Davy. Davy on the spike. Off the block of Evans and Bourgeot. And drops it on the Lady Bulldogs side for point number one. And Tessa Troyer will serve. Piper Lee comes out. Inga Turner comes in for the Valkyries. Tessa Troyer service down the line. Dug out by Pion. And dropping it in, Morgeau on Bigfork side on the spike. And we're tied at 1-1. Here, Morgeau to serve for Mission, the Lady Bulldogs. Here we're tied at 1 here in the third. Short serve. Tries to drop it just across, hits the net, and drops on Mission's side. So a point for Bigfork on the side out. And number 8, Couture will replace Morgeau, and Ellie Jort to serve for the Valkyries. Deep, dug out by Pion. Evans spikes it, dug out by Jort. Linson gets it across. Evans, spike, dug out by Troyer. Troyer going to set Linson. Linson, David Davy off the block of Evans, and drops on Mission's side. Point for Bigfork. And Jort serving up 3-1 here on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard here in the third. And Jort serve goes into the net, so side out to Mission. 3-2. Emma Barrett. Go Vols. Yeah, thanks for listening out there. Thanks for chatting with me. So side out to Mission, and coming in, number 5, Humphrey will serve for the Lady Bulldogs as the Valkyries lead 3-2. Humphrey's service. Drops it in the back right corner. That was a high floater and just dropped in behind Bigfork. So we're tied at 3, and Letty Humphrey to serve. Drops short one. Zoe Albert. Oh, nice dig there by Davy to get across. Gabby Smith. Evans to get it across. Jort. Linson hits it across, but it goes out of play. And point as the Lady Bulldogs lead 4-3. I think that's the first time they've led here on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Humphrey continues to serve. Linson, spike. there by Turner, Gabby Smith. And they're going to call a double hit on Smith of Mission. So we got 4 MOA officials so on the net, on the floor, and then our line judges are all MOA officials here for this district tournament. Davey serving, dug out. Evans will get it across. Troyer, Linson, spiked by Turner, dug out by Mission, or will set it across. Jort, Linson, Zoe Albert can't quite get it across. Unusual for her. She usually doesn't make a mistake like that. But Evans to serve. Mission up 5-4 here on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard in the third. Evans, Troyer digs it out, gets it across. Block, dig it out. Linson, Ava Jo Davy, a great save by Bigfork. McElderry hits it on the end line. Off the set. And 6-4, Lady Bulldogs lead here. Evans serving, short. Troyer and Davey tried to get to it, and Evans will continue to serve for the Lady Bulldogs as they're up 7-4 now on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Service deep, Troyer. Linson, Albert off the block of McElderry, and point side out to Bigfork. Piper Lee comes in for Tessa Troyer, and number 1, Inga Turner will serve for Bigfork as they trail by 2. Inga Turner deep, serves it too long. And side out point to Mission, 8-5. Morgeau will come back in for Couture, and Gabby Smith will serve for Mission. Up by 3. Gabby Smith, Ava Davey, Linson, back set. Double hit called on Linson. As Bigfork trails 9-5 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Gabby Smith serves this one right to the top of the net. And side out to Bigfork. Bigfork have a little bit of trouble with Gabby Smith's serve. Basically a line drive, and this time she hits it into the net. So Linson to serve, trailing by 3, 9-6 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard here from Thompson Falls. Linson serve deep, dug out by Evans. Gabby Smith across by Mission. Ava Jo Davy, Linson, Zoe Albert, dug out by Smith. Morgeau back. Davies right there. Linson setting up Zoe Albert off the block. Gabby Smith. Morgeau, McElderry, Linson, Jort, Zoe Albert down the line. A yellow card here. I'm not sure what that is on the coach for. So a point for Bigfork, if I understand. A yellow card on a Mission player, I believe. Number 3. Number 3, Gabby Smith given a yellow card. I'm not sure what she did or said, but that's a warning on Mission. So Zoe Albert for Bigfork going over there and get an explanation what's going on. In the meantime, Bigfork gets the point, and they trail by 2, 9-7. So Bigfork will serve. That's Piper Linson as they trail by 2 now on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard here in game number 3. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith will have to get it across. Ava Jo Davy, Linson back set. Short. Off the block, out of bounds. McElderry along with Thomas. And point for Bigfork. They're within 1 now. And Linson will serve or continue to serve for the Valkyries. That's a nice deep serve. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith. Thomas. Linson short, drops it across, and they can't quite handle it. McElderry jumps too soon, and short just dinks it across. Point for Bigfork. We're tied at 9 apiece here in game number 3. Deep serve, Evans will hit it up into the stands. Off her hands, and point for Bigfork. And they lead 10-9 here. And Linson will serve up 10-9. Gabby Smith. McElderry off of Jort. And then McElderry puts a set back across. No, it's a point for Bigfork as number 11 is in the net. McElderry. And Linson will continue to serve up 11-9 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Gabby Smith, McElderry, blocked by Piper Lee. Cross, Jort. Piper Lee gets it across, but blocked by McElderry for Mission. And point side out to the Lady Bulldogs. 11-10 now on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And number 12, Steele back in, serving. It'll be number 9, Kiara Thomas for the Lady Bulldogs. Deep, gets in, Zoe Albert, Linson, back, Zoe Albert. Off the block. Off of Gabby Smith, off of McElderry, out of bounds. And point for Bigfork, side out, 12-10. Number 6, Pion back in for the Lady Bulldogs. And Zoe Albert to serve for the Valkyries, up by 2, 12-10. Nice deep serve, dug out by Pion. Morgeau, they're going to call a double hit on Morgeau. (13-10), up by a field goal here. And Albert to continue to serve for Bigfork. Deep serve. Evans digs it out. Gabby Smith going to set it across. Spike and a cross-court spike there by number 12, Steele. Drops in the left corner for the Lady Bulldogs. And they'll get a side out, trailing by 2. And Orr back in the match to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Tessa Troyer. Linson going to set up Davy. Davy on the spike block. Troyer digs it out. Evans spikes it out of bounds. Cross court. And point side out to Bigfork. Turner comes back in for Lee. Tessa Troyer will serve for the Valkyries. Up by 3. Troyer dug out by Orr. Gabby Smith dinks it across. Troyer digs it out. Dug out. Nice dig by Troyer on the spike of 12. Steele, but out of bounds. And side out point for Mission. Down by 2, 14-12 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. The Valkyries lead here in the 3rd. Morgeau, Davy, Linson. Turner gets it across. Orr, Gabby Smith, Evans. Off of Linson, out of play. And point for Mission. 14-13 now. The Lady Bulldogs pull within 1 here on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. Morgeau dug out by Linson, sets it up. Oh, out of play on the spike by Turner, who's set up by Linson, and we're tied at 14 apiece. Morgeau serving. Short serve, Davy digs it out. Linson, short, dinks it across. Off of Evans, out of play. And Evans. Jort will serve for Bigfork. And number 8, Couture back in for the Lady Bulldogs, replacing Morgeau. Jort, deep serve, or Gabby Smith going to set up Evans. Evans gets it across. And that's an out of play by Evans. 16-14, Jort serving for the Valkyries. Service, dug out by Pion. Spike, cross court. by number 12. Steele out of bounds this time. And Bigfork up by 3, 17-14 now on your Flathead Leg Line scoreboard. Jort serving. Nice serve right down the middle. Orr digs it out. Gabby Smith. Evans going to spike it. And spikes it cross court and hits the line. And point side out to Mission. As number 9, Thomas will replace Pion on the front line. And number 12, Steele to serve. Steele's serve way too deep. About 3 feet beyond the end line. And side out to Bigfork. Davey will serve for Bigfork, up by 3. As Humphrey comes back in for Mission. Service by Davey, nice. Dug up by Humphrey. Gabby Smith going to set up Evans. Evans dinks it across. Inga Turner. Linson. Turner. Spikes it straight down. And a point for Bigfork, up by 4, 19-15 here in Thompson Falls, Montana at the 7B District Volleyball Tournament. 4 teams move on to divisionals. Service by Gabby Smith, puts it across, blocked there by Turner. And point for Bigfork, 20-15 as Ava Jo Davey continues to serve for the Valkyries on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, 20-15. Davey's service is short into Zoe Albert at the net and side out as Evans will serve now for Mission, down by 4 here in game number 3. Service. Troyer digs it out. Linson back set. Nice spike by Inga Turner off the hands of 2. Mission off of Evans last out of play. And point 21-15 as Lee comes back in for Troyer. And Inga Turner to serve for the Valkyries, up by 5, trying to wrap this up. Nice deep serve. Pion. Gabby Smith going to set up McEldery. McEldery lands it inside the back line for Mission and a side out. Troyer will come in for Turner. Morgeau back in the lineup for Mission, replacing Couture, and Gabby Smith to serve. Deep serve. Tessa Troyer. Davey going to dink it across. Gabby Smith. Morgeau. Mission gets it across to the far side. Linson going to set up. Piper Lee blocks it down. Gabby Smith takes it out. Linson. Zoe Albert blocked. Zoe Albert digs it out. Linson across. Dinks it right in the middle. Albert. Linson. Piper Lee. Gabby Smith. Morgeau. Tessa Troyer. Linson. Back set. And Ellie Jort up the right line inside the back corner. And a point for Bigfork. Side out. Linson to serve, up 5-5, 22-17 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Linson serving deep. Dug out by Evans. Smith. McEldery on the spike. Davey. Linson. Piper Lee. Gabby Smith. Morgeau. Dug out by Linson. Zoe Albert gets it across. Dug out by Smith. Morgeau will get it out. Tessa Troyer. Linson going to back set. Short. Dinks it across. The block of McEldery and Thomas and drops on Mission side. 23-17. Linson will serve and continue to serve for the Valkyries. Linson, deep service. Dug out. And a nice Piper Lee at the net. Blocks it down. Game and match point for Bigfork, up 24-17 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And Linson will serve. Nice serve, dug out by Pion. Gabby Smith. Got to get it across. Tessa Troyer. Linson, who's going to set up? Zoe Albert. Block cross court. Pion. Evans. McEldery gets it across. Davey. Linson. Back set. Short. Off of Smith. Point. And take this one. 25-5, 25-15, and 25-17. I'll be back with postgame and tell you what's happening with the Valkyries here from Thompson Falls momentarily. Welcome back to Thompson Falls postgame. The Valkyries take this one 3-0. They'll play 11:45 tomorrow here in match number 8, taking on the winner of the next one between the Thompson Falls Lady Blue Hawks and the Eureka Lady Lions. They win 25-5, 25-15, and 25-17. Postgame brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945. I'm here with head coach Ariel Stalneck of the Valkyries. Hey, great match. You came out strong, especially in that first set, 25-5. They fought a little bit back. He won 25-15 and then 25-17. What's your mindset going in? You know, you play these guys twice already in the regular season, beat them 3-0 both times. So what is your mindset going into the ball game?
Same mindset that we have every other game. Am I on? Yeah, same mindset that we have every other game.
Can you hear yourself?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I can't hear myself.
I can. Oh, you know why? Because I undid this.
Oh.
Let me do that. There we go. Now Ariel should be able to hear herself.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
So Ariel Stoddard, the head coach of the Valkyries, talking about her team and today's match against the Mission Lady Bulldogs.
We try to go into every single game with the exact same mindset every single time. We might always have a little bit more of a game plan with a different team, but our mindset going into this game was just to play a Bigfork game of volleyball, and the girls did great, and Mission got warmed up, and they really came out the last 2 sets swinging a little bit harder, and love to see that from them, but the girls still held their own and did exactly what they needed to do. So
I thought,
happy.
you know, Inga Turner on those short sets by Piper really was strong in that very first set. She probably had 6 or 7 kills just in that match early on that really you went out really strong in winning that one 25-5. That was set a statement.
Our offense is so explosive because of Piper, so we're happy to have her.
Well, yeah, great setting by her and great serving by all the girls. I mean, everybody really chipped in and played well today, and that you're going to have to continue to do that because
absolutely
probably going to watch this next match, find out who you play tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll watch a little bit of this match and everything, and then the girls need to get some sleep. So.
Well, thanks for joining me in the pregame. I'll let you go, and I'll talk to Piper a little bit, and then I'll send her on her way so she can get ready with you guys. You can celebrate. We'll talk to you later.
You're the best.
Thanks, Ariel. Good luck tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow because of football. So, all right, going to talk to Piper Linson, the setter, great server. You had a great match. I mean, I thought you served the ball really well, and you really set up your teammates well. Especially, I love that short set that you were doing to Inga, and Inga was just drilling those kill after kill, but it's because of what you're doing and how you were setting that.
Thank you.
So talk about your team and the camaraderie. You guys remain unbeaten now, 17-0 on the season. I know it's your goal to continue on and play each match individually. So talk about your role on this team and how your teammates play around you.
I don't know. I'm just always positive. We just bring a positive energy. We come into a new game a new game fresh, not thinking about being undefeated, which is great to be undefeated, but it's always a new game.
That's probably a good mindset, not thinking about the record. Just keep playing one game at a time and winning that till you get to 3. Because you guys, the only team that really, Thompson Falls a little bit in the match here, but you really took care of them at home.
Yeah.
And the first 2 were close, but then the third one you really closed them out. And Sioux Falls was a good test for you against a really good team in Class A to get you motivated for the postseason. You guys just played really well.
Thank you.
Talk about Zoe getting kills, Ava getting kills, Piper Lee, and what she was doing.
Good spread of the sets.
Yeah.
To get everyone going.
Well, I thought you did a phenomenal job today. And obviously, you did a phenomenal job all year as the setter. So just keep that up. Good luck. I will let you go so you can celebrate with your teammates and watch a little bit of the next game. I got to do a little more PA work in the next game. And sorry I won't be here tomorrow.
No, it's all right.
We got a home football playoff game. I got to be there for that. But I'll see you in divisionals. Definitely, we'll have you
Thank
coming
you
for divisionals. So Piper Linson joining me on the post game. Thanks, Piper. Appreciate it. And that'll wrap up things here from Thompson Falls, Montana for the Valkyries. They move into 11:45 match tomorrow. They'll take on the winner of this one between the Lady Hawks and the Eureka Lady Lions, who play next. And I won't be here tomorrow because we got football at home, and I got to stick home for that. So, anyway, this is James LaFontaine for the Valkyries, the voice of the Vikes and Vows, as they win this one over the Mission Lady Bulldogs 25-5, 25-15, 25-17, and they'll move in the semifinals tomorrow at 11:45 here from Thompson Falls. Thanks for joining me. Thank you to Emma. Thanks for listening in. And I'll be back. I'll be broadcasting over the PA system with NFHS tomorrow from Bigfork as the Vikings take on the Manhattan Tigers in the first round of the football playoffs. Once again, Valkyries win this 3-0 and move on to the semifinals here on BFST Events here on YouTube. Thanks for listening. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and Vows. Thank you for listening out there. Postgame brought to you again by Flathead Lake Lodge. Thank you and good night.